You were once an executive with a very high profile international brand. Would love for you to welcome that story to our conversation so folks get to know a bit more about your background.
Wonderful. So my background has been as a product marketing and communications professional. I landed in marketing by accident, however, while I was in university studying liberal arts and learning all about the world and subject matter that was obscure but interesting to me. I decided to pursue a master's degree in communications and cultural studies, which my parents said, well, what are you going to do with a degree like that? And I said, well, I think I could pursue something in marketing because marketing is pretty varied. It's a little bit math, it's a little bit psychology, it's a little bit anthropology. And that's how I landed in marketing. My first job was actually as a proposal writer for a large consulting firm, which required me to learn as much as I could about different industries to create proposals for C-level executives, getting services from this very prestigious consulting firm. And I learned a lot in that 7-year stint that I had with them, which opened up doors to larger opportunities with global companies. And, through hard work and a lot of using my own voice at tables that I was at, I was able to grow into a leadership position for a digital product marketing division of a large global entity. And my time over a decade with that brand taught me a lot about running a business and being an entrepreneur, but more than anything, it taught me about how to do business in a global environment where borders are increasingly blurred, where culture is hybridized, mixed, multicultural, and where the ability to connect with customers is becoming more and more complicated but interesting with the advent of new media and with the advent of personalization. So what I learned in my time working on the corporate side was that corporations sometimes can't move as quickly as they would like to. And I made the decision, to quit that job and pursue an entrepreneur role where I could move at the pace of the market and help clients now keep up with that pace. And one of those areas has been in helping brands become more in tuned and aware of the nuances of audiences and customers around the world. And for me, multicultural marketing is mainstream marketing, because when you look around, everyone is from somewhere else and everyone will speak more than one language, generally not always English and French together. So for those very reasons, I feel what I do today at ABC is very much, on the cusp of what I believe is a trend that will only continue.
Indeed, and you use the term trend. In my estimation, I think I would take a different definition than calling it a trend. I think it's more of where the world is going. I think it's the future. Multicultural is mainstream, is something you've articulated, and I think that is the future for anyone who's paying attention. You've got over 1 billion Chinese folks, over 1 billion South Asian folks on the planet, and their kids are increasingly graduating from North American universities into leadership roles, and they're growing families and communities, and we're essentially becoming a global village, which is something that I embrace.